I think the average person may be surprised to know that they're preservationists. If you ask them, are you a preservationist? They may say, no, I'm not a preservationist. I'm not an environmentalist. I'm just a regular Joe. I'm a regular Jane. But I think when you ask them, where do you like to go? What do you like to do? And you start talking about place and a sense of place, those places are often defined, at least the favorite places are often defined by historic buildings and the neat people that are attracted to those historic buildings and the creative uses that go on in those historic buildings. So someone may say, well, I'm not a member of REO, but I like to go to Benson and have a beer at Infusion and just kind of walk up and down the streets during First Friday. They're preservationists.
So the mission of Restoration Exchange is saving cultural and historical places that matter. And Restore Nebraska does that by educating and inspiring people and showing them what's possible.
And the conference really started long before Restoration Exchange existed. So it actually started, I think, in 2005 and so this is the 14th year.
I think the great thing about Restore Nebraska is that there is something for everybody. Our sessions range from history of Omaha to how to repair windows or how to repair plaster.
You can get technical information about a property, like if you want to, how to paint your historical door and how to find eaves for your house and how to fix your bricks. You can find a lot of historical information.
Also sessions on how to use historic tax credits for architects and developers.
There's great national speakers that come in and talk about, I think, topics that are interesting to lots of people, even if they're not going to go out and, restore a building.
So it's not just historians or preservationists. There are people of kind of all walks of life who come here and really find something that they enjoy.
So I think some of the benefits of attending the Nebraska Preservation Conference is really just the amount of engagement, being able to network with other people, being able to learn, and hopefully being able to put that to good use in our own communities.
And nothing is proprietary. Everybody is happy to say, here's how we do it, what do you do, how can I help you, how can you help me? And we all get better. So the rising tide lifts all boats when this network works with each other.
I think the value from conferences like this is being able to see that there's a community around preservation. Obviously being able to learn, being able to share stories is very vital. But these conferences help impart knowledge, but then also I think create a sense of cohesion, a little bit of pride in the work that we're doing.
We're improving the whole fabric of the community, and that whole fabric is what brings people here, makes people happy to live here, makes employers want to locate here, and makes people want to work for those employers that locate here. So the historical preservation is part of that whole network of things that make a community a good, livable place.